Hola bichos, let me show you how I make pan francés.
Check it out. The beauty of it.
Okay, for the ingredients, I'm gonna be using 6 cups of bread flour, and then 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 8 tablespoons of manteca, or you could use vegetable shortening. And then I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of active yeast, or 2 of these packages. This is the brand that I really prefer to use. And then you're going to need about 2.5 cups of water. Okay, so I have 1 cup of warm water, and then I'm going to pour 2 tablespoons of the active yeast into my warm water, and then we're going to give it a stir. Just make sure that you're getting the stuff that's on the sides. And okay, now we're going to set this to the side for about 10 minutes. You'll know when it's ready because it will double in size. Okay, now I'm going to sift my flour. Just like that. See those clumps? That's what you want to get out. You don't want any clumps in your flour. That's not good. See, that's why we do this. You can do this with a hand mixer, or you can mix this with your hands. So if you're going to do the hand mixer, you're just going to do exactly what I'm doing right now, just using a bowl and the mixer. And if you want to do it by hand, so you do the exact same thing, but when you sift your flour, you just make a hole in the middle of it and add your yeast and mix it up like that, and then you will slowly start adding your water and your other ingredients and just knead the heck out of it. Thank goodness I have this mixer, because it's no fun doing it by hand, let me tell you. Okay, now I'm going to be adding in my yeast. Okay, now I'm going to start stirring this up. So if you're using a hand mixer, just do exactly what I'm doing in a big bowl. And if you're doing this by hand, good luck. Okay, when we get to this point, I'm going to start adding my water. Now I'm going to start adding some of my water in slowly. Looks beautiful. Okay, so we want all this off. So we'll take all this off and add the rest of my water. Okay, now I'm going to add my salt. And I'm going to add in my manteca. Then we're going to add in our sugar, and I am going to be using my dough hook. I'm going to switch to my dough hook for this. So at this point, if you're using a hand mixer, pull out your dough from your bowl, put it on a lightly floured surface, put your dough on there, and on top add your salt, your sugar, and your manteca, and then just start kneading it up, mixing it up really well. Knead the dough, and if you're using your hands, we're all just gonna pray for you. Just keep just keep kneading it. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start mixing it. off of the dough hook. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. So she's beautiful. This is what she should look like. Nice. Okay, so now you're going to want to put this in a greased bowl. I'm just gonna grease this bowl and put it in there. You're gonna cover it for about an hour. Let it double in its size. And okay, I'm just going to grease this bowl. Put her in the bowl. Okay. Okay, now we're going to cover this and let her sit for about an hour. Okay, I let her rise for, let's see, an hour and 15 minutes, and okay, let's dump her out. Beautiful, she smells so good. Okay. That was ridiculous. Okay, now I'm gonna flatten it out. Going to section off a little at a time. Aye. Doesn't need to be perfect because we're just gonna end up rolling these out. Now I'm going to show you. So take your dough. Okay. I'm just going to cut them. Okay. Now I am going to bake these for about 25 to 30 minutes. Okie dokie, I just got them out of the oven, like you can see. Okay, like